Welcome to episode 3 of our Talk About series. We've been to York and had a wander around the museum, which you'll see clips of later on. We've been to York for a quick day out. We've had to change our plans and come back via Transpennine because there was a problem at Haydn Bridge with a set of sticky points. So we've had to go straight back to Manchester Piccadilly, not Victoria. So we're going to move on to talk about the history of York Station, and it opened in 1839. So I'll let Haydn continue on from there.
Right, okay, so as Will referred to, the station was opened in 1839. It was replaced by the current station you see now in 1877, which at its time apparently was the largest station in the world. It was opened by the York and North Midland Railway, who we assume are now defunct. It's currently on the East Coast Main Line and managed by the East Coast Train Company, government owned. Let's have more of that, please. It's currently owned by Network Rail and its station code is YRK. There are 11 platforms and its annual passenger usage is a quite large 7.1.
York is 188.5 miles north of King's Cross. It was bombed heavily during the World War II. A few people were given commendations for running up into a burning building, who unfortunately died. The remodelling of York was in 1988, which was part of the Signature scheme. And shortly after that, the station was electrified, along with the East Coast. Then York IECC, the Signalling Centre, was commissioned just after that, and the station was renovated in 2009 with extensive lighting alterations made to the station to improve lighting conditions during low light seasons like winter.
There's a platform usage at York Station, all 11 of them. Platform 1 is your South Bay, used for hull trains. Platform 2 being your North Bay, that's used for trains to Scarborough. You've got Platform 3, which is your main southbound one for East Coast and cross-country services. It's also bi-directionally signalled for ease of movement in other companies. Platform 4 is mainly used by TVE Scarborough services. Platform 5, southbound, is East Coast and cross-country services almost exclusively. Platform 6 and 7 are for Northern Rail commuter services. Platform 8 is literally Harrogate only, just for the Harrogate route trains. Platform 9, 10 and 11 are bi-directional platforms for East Coast, Transpennine Express and cross-country. You also find that Platform 11 has a handy little exit for the Railway Museum where it's been. That's the worst thing you can get in your picture.
Humans.
So Haydn, how do you enjoy your visit to York?
It's alright, apart from the morons that walk in front of me pictures.
Well, hello. You're now out of focus.
And in. And out. And in. And in the middle somewhere.
It's Q1, not Q6. On Sunday, 3rd of July 1938, Mallard and its test train raced past Little Bytham at 123 miles per hour. In the next 1¼ miles, its speed increased until for 1 second Mallard was recorded at 126 miles per hour. An elation felt in the dynamometer car was tempered by the knowledge that Mallard was now racing towards the 90-mile-an-hour speed restriction at Essendine. Mallard needed to lose speed fast. Driver Duddington began slowing Mallard down, but 167 tons of Mallard, followed by a 237-ton train, took a lot of stopping. It was all too much for Mallard's bearings, which overheated, causing an aniseed bomb to burst and warning the crew of mechanical problems. Mallard's record run was over, and the locomotive was towed back to Doncaster for repairs. The following day, the LNER announced a British Empire record of 125 miles an hour. In 1948, experts authenticated the world record speed at 126 miles an hour, and a commemorative plaque was placed on the locomotive. The dynamometer car was built in 1906 by the North Eastern Railway and was used extensively by the NER and after 1923 by the London and North Eastern Railway, coupled directly behind the locomotive. It was the car used to record the performance of the steam locomotive Mallard on its speed record-breaking run in July 1938. Dynamometer cars were used to measure the performance of locomotives. The data obtained was applied to improvements in design and was used to prepare and improve train schedules. The equipment in the dynamometer car measured several variables, and by calculation, a number of other valuable statistics could be attained. Time was measured with a chronometer. A calibrated flangeless wheel could be raised or lowered as necessary, measuring the distance travelled. A very large, near frictionless leaf spring connected to the carriage drawhook measured force or drew or bar pull. The information was recorded by pens on a roll of paper known as a dynamometer roll. The dynamometer car also contained facilities and equipment needed by staff who would often spend all day on duty. Dynamometer car number 902502 remained in service until 1951.
Just have a quick chat about National Railway Museum, where we've just been. It was established in 1975. It's based on Lehman Road. There is around 800,000 visitors a year on average. Recently had Railfest, which attracted quite a number of people, although I do believe that the museum made a loss on that still. The director is Steve Davis, as of 2010. I don't know if he's still there. It's the National Railway Museum, and it holds all the heritage steam engines and some diesels. Also, the recent returnee, Dwight D. Eisenhower 6008 is there. Not exactly the greatest positioned in the world, so we couldn't really get a decent picture, but there'll be a picture anyway to show. It's won many awards, including the European Museum of the Year Award in 2001. For that. There's quite an extensive national collection now, ranging from LNER locomotives all the way to a Chinese KF7, the Shankens bullet train, all the way to a mock-up Royal Mail train, diesels that still run on the main line from Prince William 47798 over to mainline steam locomotives like Alton Hall, which is disguised as Hogwarts Castle. There are plenty of other pieces of traction there that were quite interesting, like wagons, certain unique wagons, certain unique coaches like the dynamometer is up there. They've also got a Southern Connex VEP type unit, I'm not sure exactly what it is, class 421 or something.
C1.
Is it what?
I was going to mention the C1.
Is
it's awesome.
Oh, the Q1. Yes.
Q1, yeah.
The bullied Q1's there. It's quite nice to see. I think it last ran on the Bluebell Railway in mid-2000, 2004, I think, and then it retired to the museum. I'd love to see that running again. One of my favourite types of steam locomotive, just behind the A4, and also the 5NT tank as well. That's my personal favourites. It's under its pre-nationalisation number C1. It's also over the bay, so you could have a little wander underneath it, but didn't bother with that. Oh, Ashbury's station.
Go.
We're rolling down the rails.
You also find that Platform 11 has a handy legs in for the railway museum where it's been.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, I can't wait to eat this bagel.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, Haribo. Kiddies beware, Haydn has sweeties. I just farted and you just burped. There it is. Windage. There is nothing here. High five. Oh yes.